Like the game at the Merdeka Stadium, he'll be following Book almost everywhere. Abbas dropping deeper, and a wonderful ball to Fandi Ahmad. Can he get to this before Hassan Miskan? He has, and it's a wonderful goal for Singapore. That's the way you're going to start the match. He took a knock, but Fandi Ahmad does it against Hassan Miskan and Selangor and Ken Worden as Singapore now get up on their feet. And the early goal that we were talking about has arrived, and it's come for the Lions. And that's a similar sort of strike that he did against Johor, Bertrand.
That's right. He jumped up his left first, and with the right outstep, he cut the ball beautifully over the goalie. That's a great ball by Abbas, by the way. He showed great vision there, dropping back, probably lulled Selangor in complacency.
Second consecutive goal for Fandi Ahmad. He hasn't had that scoring sequence since the Malaysia Cup began. And that's his 26th of the season. What a great season it has been for Fandi. How hurt he was from that challenge, we won't know, but the finish was superb. Ismail Ibrahim scored the equalizer. David missed it. Wonderful challenge at the last bite from the Lin Tong Hai.
That was Tong Hai.
Selvaraj. Nice ball inside to Abbas. A first time shot, good one. The goalkeeper dropped it. Liman Han was there, all set and ready to pick it up and pounce, but Hassan Miskan did enough. Edwards. Another Tong Hai. Tong Hai came in very, very strongly with that challenge. And the referee has been very lenient, I must say.
He has. That could have been a yellow card. Very, very rash challenge by Tong Hai. And you can see our players not reacting well. When Alistair drops into the midfield, Tong Hai's pulled out, and there's no cover, and we're really losing at this point in the game.
Great shot by Bush. Wonderful handling by David Lee. David was man of the match the last time these two sides met at the National Stadium, and he showed Bush not to test him from that distance. He's too experienced for that, but a magnificent free kick indeed. Ismail Ibrahim given the opportunity to run all the way by himself into the Singapore half. Not a very good ball, but give credit to Kadir Yahya for a wonderful challenge. Fandi to Abbasad. Bohan Abu Sama is up front. Will Abbas take a shot by himself? He goes for the chip.
Great try.
Intelligent play. Fandi Ahmad. Ravi Chandran once again mistiming his jump, and look at Abbasad moving up front to join in as well. He bends the ball. Oh, wonderful save by Hassan Miskan. That was Abbasad at its very best. Abbas, Kadir. Oh, that's not a good header from Kadir Yahya. They're falling to pieces at the moment, the Singapore players. Jang Jung, not a good clearance. The Singapore defenders are under pressure. Kalkanov, an early cross from him. Selangor come away. Alistair Edwards. Asmanatnan running clear. Alistair decides to take the defence on all by himself. Sambagamaran's found himself some space. Bush is there!
Well, Nazri will have to learn from experience that he is running the wrong direction. He's running up Abbas's back. And if that was the case...
Good save from David Lee yet again.
Terrific stop by David.
Bush. Oh, nice ball. Sambagamaran, nice cross inside. Very lucky once again, Singapore, they escaped.
It's quite obvious who the footballing gods are smiling on tonight.
Alistair! Totally superb goalkeeping skills from David Lee in this half have kept Singapore 1-0 up. The man of the match, David Lee, no arguments about that.
Definitely no arguments. He's been primarily responsible for his 1-0 scoreline.
Proving important then. Yellow Sock, ever so tireless. Looking now for support again. And Yellow Sock is fouled by Ahmad Yusuf. And perhaps now we will see the first yellow card of the evening. No, Mr. Sunaya. He's only awarded a free kick to Kedah. Coach Albert shouldn't be too happy with the way his charges have played in the past 36 minutes. Perhaps a goal now will ease his nerves. Kedah trying a variation of the free kick, and Khairul Azman equal to the task. A very difficult ball to handle, and Khairul Azman fortunately controlled it well. Fariza Ismail now, and here is another clash between Ahmad Yusuf and Yellow Stark, and Yellow Stark, falters at that vital moment after having turned Ahmad Yusuf. Well, on a dry pitch, who knows if that could have turned into a golden opportunity for the Czech. Dino. Long, hopeful ball forward, and there's a goal! And finally, the duck has been broken. Abdurrahimov Azamat. The 41st minute of this first half. Zainul Abidin, a long, hopeful ball in, and the ball crept in off the left upright of Ahmad Sobri. There comes Pahang, Abdurrahimov, the goal scorer. And this time he was trying to turn provider for Zainul Abidin, and Zainul, it's two! Zainul Abidin Hassan. The darling of the moment. No thanks to Ahmad Sobri's blunder. And the home team find themselves 2 goals up. Just 3 minutes into the second half. Azharuddin Aziz across looking harmless until that blunder by Ahmad Sobri. And Zainul Abidin says thank you very much indeed. Already without Tibor Shaban, Lim Chong Kim, now Coach Albert has to worry now as the Kedah try to look for that goal. And Albert knows this isn't going to be Kedah's night. The entrance into the final is half complete. But there's still all to do in 4 days' time. But Kedah is not finished as yet. And Zambrul Ahmad and Yellow Stark. What a lovely save by Khairul Azman. And Khairul Azman is the hero of the moment.
Good evening to all you fans who have tuned in for tonight's Malaysia Cup semi-final second leg between Selangor and Singapore. It's a big game, obviously, because this will decide who goes on to the final. There's the Selangor lineup. Hassan Miskam in goal. Back four, Rahman Raghunathan, Dimitri Kaltanov, Shahril Asad, Malik Rahman. Zolt Books in midfield with Ravichandran and the Jayakantan. Up front, Alistair Edwards, K. Sambagamaran and Azman Adnan. Ken Worden being the coach. As all of you know, Singapore lead the first leg 1-0. So they start off 1 goal up, and that's their advantage. Selangor obviously with the home advantage. Singapore, one change. Malik Awab returns after suspension. He comes in place of Lee Man Hon, and otherwise there's no change in the lineup of Singapore. David Lee in goal, back four of Kadeyaya, Jang Jung, Lim Tong Hai, Bohan Abu Sama. Midfield of Selvaraj, Nazri, Malik and Saswari Mata. Up front, the twin terrors Abbasad and Fandi Ahmad. The atmosphere here is absolutely electrifying. Although there's not a sellout, there are at least 50 to 60,000 people, and they are making a lot of noise, and most of it is for Selangor. That's going to give them a big boost. A quick word on the stadium itself. It is a magnificent piece of architecture as we get the game underway. If you stand on top and look down at it, it will resemble a half-closed eye, just to give you a very rough picture of what it looks like. Immediately, Singapore get up front. Clearance by Raman Raghunathan, bounces off Abbas, goes to Hassan Miskam. It's played out wide here to San Bagamaran, who has come back to help his defense, starting from a very deep position. There's going to be no secret to tonight's game. Selangor are going to be going all out. They've got the fans behind them. They're going to take the game to Singapore because they need to win by 2 clear goals to advance to the final. If Selangor end up winning by 1 goal, there is no away goals rule, so we progress to extra time, and if that is still tied, it's on to penalties. Singapore obviously advance if they avoid defeat. A foul there by Ravichandran on Fandi gives a free kick to Singapore. Ravichandran did a fairly good job shackling Fandi in the first leg. Fandi got away in the 4th minute, as you all recall, to give Singapore that precious 1-goal lead. But after that, it was all Selangor, and I think they're obviously going to be looking to press home the advantage they showed for the rest of that first leg. Malik Awab lofting it in, a poor free kick by Malik. And I don't know what Kadir was doing, and that's Selangor breaking down Sharil Asrat, looking for Salt Bush. There's nobody on Bush, and that's a bad sign to Singapore. This is the man they have to shut down. He pulls all the strings. Alistair with his marker, Tong Hai. A bit messy there, and Salt Bush takes a shot there. Deflection goes up in the air, bit scrappy, cleared away. Fandi, nice control, but Kalkanov gets back. Ball breaks free. Saswa, long ball forward. Good turn by Fandi. Once again shackled by Ravichandran, who's sticking to him. Bohan making a nice run, pulling a defender with him, but Ravichandran sticks to it. There's no support for Fandi. He's being forced backwards. Finally uses Malik. Poor ball by Malik. We don't need that from him tonight because he's one of the experienced players we're going to look to provide some calm. And a poor ball. Jang Jung. Poor ball by Jang Jung. He made up for that, and 2 very sloppy plays by the Singapore defense. Danger's not over yet. And Malik Abdul Rahman mishit that ball. And that's not a good sign for Singapore. They're obviously nervous. I suppose most players would be in this sort of intimidating atmosphere. But this is a time where you can't even think about that. The loser goes home and the winner goes on. So you have to give it 110%. Kalkanov forward. Cut out by Jang Jung. Alistair's onto this. And he was first to the ball. And he left the trailing leg. And he but even then, San Bagamaran cut it back beautifully. Bush, brilliant save by David Lee. But that wouldn't have counted. The referee, Nick Ahmad from Kelantan, points to a goal kick. The linesman had obviously flagged for goal kick before that, before San Bagamaran could cut the ball back for Zolt Bush to hit. But nonetheless, David Lee carrying on where he left off with a tremendous reflex stop. It was Bohan who got kicked in the face. Alistair left the trailing leg. Bohan is back on his feet. But the first real exciting action we had, and David now scuffs his goal kick. Tong Hai with a wild clearance, picked up by Raman Raghunathan. It's a long ball for Alistair, flicks it on. Azman trying to get a touch on. He got it, but good play there by Saswa. Poor kick by David. The Singapore boys are going to have to settle down quickly. Saswa beaten by Zolt Bush, and he brings him down. He's going to get a talking to, definitely. Now he's lucky to get away with the yellow card because under circumstances like this, if the referee decides to stamp his authority on the game, that could easily have been a yellow card, a tackle from behind. Zolt Bush standing over the free kick, and this is in a dangerous range. Bush can hit them from here, and it's and it suits him because he's right-footed. He can bend this either direction, near post or far post. Missed kicks, that one. There have been quite a few missed kicks early in the game. Malik Awab twice, David Lee, and even Zol Bush, who's a great striker of the ball, not getting under that one, sort of getting over it and letting the ball run out. There's a section of the Singapore fans who have come up here. Very loyal fans they are. And that's very encouraging to see. Hopefully, if Singapore make it to the final, we'll see more of them up here next Saturday. Good jump by Jayakantan. Malik getting the ball forward. These first 10 minutes have not been encouraging for Singapore. They're giving away the ball much too often. One of the keys for tonight's game is that Singapore must have quality possession. They can't simply be knocking the ball up, expecting Fandi and Abbas to do miracles. They've got to get that ball under control, keep it away from Selangor. Ravichandran getting the better of Fandi that time. Bohan expecting a free kick, but he's not going to get it. Fandi once again. And there's that man, Ravichandran. Interesting ball forward by Bush, not finding anyone. There were no forwards in sync with him. No one was making a run onto it. Zol Bush and Nazri Nasir in your picture just there. That's going to be an important battle. Nazri has got to control that man. Malik is going to calm down some of his younger midfielders. Kalkanov bringing down Abbas. Some of the early tackles have been quite hard, but that's to be expected because there's a lot at stake in this game. Jayakantan getting his head to the ball. Saswa should get this for Singapore. Manages to shield it all the way out. Crowd disagree with that. Selvaraj getting a return pass. Face with Bush. He's round Bush. He was round Raman Raghunathan. But the referee didn't give a free kick. Well, that was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. The referee must have given Raman Raghunathan the benefit of the doubt and said that Selvaraj had overplayed the ball and jumped over and just tried to fall down and bail himself out of the free kick. He didn't get it. Alistair with a nice flick on. Looked like a shove in the back. Referee waves play on. Sharil Ashad into Alistair. Sharil Ashad once again, good tackle there. That was Jang Jung. Back to Alistair. So that's David's ball. Well collected by David. He read that one beautifully. Abbas just unable to keep that one in. But that was good play by Abbas. He bought himself some time. That ball went out, so he kicked it a long way. The referee won't fault him for that. And this gives Singapore time to reorganize. San Bagamaran, he finds Ravichandran. No body on him. Out wide to Jayakantan. Alistair. Tonghai with him once again. This was a feature of the first leg. Alistair dropping back deep into the midfield and pulling Tonghai out of position. Good ploy by Selangor because they've got other big men to get into the box. And with Tonghai out of the middle, Singapore are susceptible to high crosses. The ball was won well by Nazri, but he gave it away quite unnecessarily. And now he's given away an unnecessary free kick, a shove in the back on Zol Bush. Quickly taken. David, once again alert. David Lee, as you all recall, man of the match in that first semi-final. Put in a really brilliant performance. And if you can just put in one more tonight, Singapore should be safely into the final. But then again, there's a long way to go. So let's not count our chickens. Jayakantan all the way back to Hassan Miskam, who hasn't been tested up to this stage in the game. Comes a long ball forward. Kadir gets his head to the ball. Looked like a shove, and it's given by the referee. Kalkanov on Abbas. The ball's taking a long time to get back to the position of the free kick. Finally gets there. Malik Awab. Had a quiet start, Malik. But the Singapore team looks a little more settled in midfield with him there. Ravichandran just manages to push it away to Kalkanov, and Abbas gets his legs entangled. Kalkanov is making a meal out of this. It certainly didn't warrant a yellow card, and you can see Abbas got a look of disgust on his face. I'm sure Kalkanov will be up after this. There he is, he's limping. But I'll bet you my last dollar he'll be sprinting as if nothing has happened. That looked a very harmless foul. They got their legs tangled. I don't know why Kalkanov was trying to make such a meal out of it. Long ball forward by Kalkanov to nowhere in particular. Bohan trying to find the free man. Fandi makes space. Once again, Ravichandran on his back. Back to Bohan. Well won by Selvaraj. And that's good play. Abbas breaking. He's got Nazri. Nazri's made a good run. The pass a bit too hard. He's pulled wide. He's cut it back. A chance there. Fandi bringing it down. Not getting Selvaraj. Deflection of Kalkanov. Ball runs free to Jayakantan. And he completes the clearance. First real chance for Singapore. Fandi got over the top of the ball, kicked it into the ground somewhat, and the power was lost. Bohan giving the ball away. Here's Zolt Bush. No one on Bush. He's allowed to run quite a long way. Malik's the first man over. Well played by Malik, but the ball runs free to Shahril Asrat. Headed clear. Jayakantan down to Malik Abdul Rahman. Nice run by Alistair. Tonghai is with him. Interesting try by Alistair, but that was on his weaker foot and he was running away from the goal, so that one didn't trouble David Lee. Had quite a good game in the first leg, Alistair. He posed some problems, although he didn't score. Here he is on the ball again, taking a snapshot but not getting any meat behind it. And David Lee was managed to pick it up. Once again, Singapore giving the ball away. Here's Malik. Claims he had his ankle tapped. Showed his frustration, but he shouldn't be doing that. He's got to calm that midfield down. Singapore has got to have possession of the ball. They can't keep letting Selangor come at them. Abbas claiming he was pushed by Kalkanov. Is Malik. And that's not what you want to see, because Fandi is marked by two men. Foot up by Malik Abdul Rahman. This gives Singapore a chance to get some players forward to support Fandi. Good ball played forward. Nice stop by Fandi. Good turn. Lovely turn. He made space. But he skied that one. He got under it. But nonetheless, that was class there shown by Fandi. He turned Ravichandran every which way, left him standing, and made space for a shot. It's the end result, which wasn't very good for Singapore, but the play before that was excellent by Fandi. Shahril Asrat. And they were caught napping there. Abbas comes back, picks the ball up. Got a sea of red in front of him. He needs support. Bohan has made a run to Abbas's left. He decides to check. Selvaraj. Good play by Selvaraj. That was a two-footed tackle by Jayakantan. That definitely should be yellow card. There we are. Nick Ahmad from Kelantan. The first yellow card going to Jayakantan, and I don't see how he's complaining about that. He jumps in with a two-footed tackle, and if the ref had let him get away with that, then there we are. Under some circumstances, Jay Kantan could have been sent off, but nonetheless, he's got his just reward. Yellow card, he's got to be a bit more careful from now on. A lot of jostling in the box. 4 for Singapore, 5 for Selangor. Good jump by Jay Kantan. Managed to head it clear. Bohan floating the ball back. This should be the goalies. But Hassan Miskam decided to let it go, and that went out harmlessly for a goal kick to Selangor. Tong Hai and Alistair, well headed by Tong Hai. Bush picks it up. Spins free from Nazri. He's got a lot of space. Well read there. Nazri wriggling clear. Malik. Well played by Malik. Bohan picks it up. Long hopeful ball trying to find Fandi, but it's going to be tough for Fandi because Jay Kantan and Ravichandran are two very tall defenders. And those long balls through the middle are not going to serve Singapore's purpose. You've got to keep the possession, move it up slowly, and either get a shot at the end of the move or at least find your man running to a space. Right now it's difficult for Fandi. Once again cut out by Jay Kantan. Here's Malik Abdul Rahman, leaves it for Zalt Bush. Neat little triangle by Selangor. Jay Kantan, long ball forward, looking for the head of Alistair. Tong Hai does well again. Malik getting under that one. Sanbagamaran. Sharil Asad. Good header. Kalkanov. Mishit it. A bit scrappy now. Here's Sanbagamaran. Nice run by Alistair. He's freed himself from his marker. And there's Bush! And somebody lost sight of Bush. If that's the case, it's got to be Nazri Nasir. Zalt Bush is his man and he's got to stick with him. Singapore fortunate that Alistair's cross was just a little too high for Bush and he wasn't able to get over the ball. Here we see it again. Nazri's lost. Bush has peeled clear, but he was just unable to get over the ball and knock it back. There's some danger signs there for Singapore. Jay Kantan easily over Selvaraj. Bush shielding it well. Nice chip forward into space. Well read by Jang Jung. That's interesting ball by Bush, teasing the Singapore defense. Quarter of an hour gone by, still no score, which means Singapore still lead 1-0 courtesy of Fandi Ahmad's goal from the first leg. Abbas, good play by Singapore, neat touches and keeping possession. Saswa joining the attack, Selvaraj outside in this nice play by Singapore. Let's see what sort of cross Selvaraj can put over. Well cut out by Kalkanov. It's not going to be easy for Fandi, as good a head of a ball that he is, because Ravichandran, Jay Kantan and Kalkanov are all around the 6-foot range. Here's Kadeyaya. Selvaraj uses Malik. There's no movement up front. Fandi, nice lay down, but that's well read by Raman Raghunathan. Alistair Bush once again. Bush has peeled clear. Well read by Kadir, but he miskicked it. Well played, Selvaraj. Got it under control, but that ball poorly played, poorly weighted. Didn't give Nazri a chance. Zalt Bush has picked it up again for Selangor. Good play by Selangor, tapping the ball around. Malik Abdul Rahman! And a goal for Selangor! And that has put a cat amongst the pigeons. Azman Adnan has scored in the 17th minute for Selangor. They lead 1-0. It is 1-1 on aggregate. And that was a bad mistake by David Lee, man of the match
in the first leg. He should have held that shot by Malik Abdul Rahman. He dropped it back into space, and although he made a point-blank save from Azman, there was no stopping that follow-up. This is it. David should have held that. Here he makes a great save to stop Azman, but there's no stopping this one, and Selangor are level. This Malaysia Cup semi-final has been reduced to a 65-minute game. I beg your pardon, a 70-minute game. There are about 70 minutes left, and the score is level on aggregate. Bush out to San Bagamaran. He has a chance to run at Bohan. Looked like a foul by Tong Hai. I beg your pardon, Jang Jung, and Jang Jung picks up the yellow card. He doesn't agree, but his opinion doesn't really count. It's the referees that does. And there's danger here for Singapore. Right after conceding that first goal, Zolt Bush is standing over the ball. Just over 25 meters out. Even Alistair's got a pretty useful left leg from this range. Singapore are going to be on their guard. Here's Alistair. Well charged down. That was Jang Jung getting forward. But this is a worrying time for Singapore. They're quite vulnerable, having just let in a goal. And having Selangor pile the pressure on. They've got to look to settle down, get through this period. Because although they're down 1-0 here, they're not out of it by a long shot. But at this point, I think most neutrals will have to agree that Selangor are in the driver's seat. It's their home ground. They've got all the support. They're used to this field. San Bagamaran, well played there. He manages to keep his balance. He's still going through. Singapore at 6s and 7s. Finally a tackle comes in. Loose ball picked up by Ravi Chandran. Abbas thought he was fouled by Raman Raghunathan. Wasn't given. Here's Raman Raghunathan. Flips the long ball in. Well played by Kadir. Jang Jung a bit slow to react to that one. One wonders whether his hamstring is bothering him. Only time will tell, but Singapore right now cannot afford to take Jang Jung out. He's got to be there to help organize this Singapore team. Malik. Jang Jung joining the attack. San Bagamaran putting some pressure. Here's Fandi. Nazri. The poorly weighted ball. Well, Singapore get a free kick out of that. There's a section of this very, very vociferous Selangor crowd. Seems as though they're taking, and that's the Singapore crowd, obviously very quiet now. But here's Saswa with the free kick. Gets it in, Fandi! And Singapore get a corner. Selangor players don't understand why. They claim it was a clean header by Fandi, but the referee has given Singapore the corner. Malik to swing it in. Tong Hai taking up his customary near post position. Chance there. Selangor get it away by sheer numbers. They had 9 players back in the box there. Played forward. Tong Hai, the farthest player forward, and San Bagamaran puts enough pressure on Tong Hai to force him to concede a throw, and that relieves the pressure on Selangor somewhat, and this will complete it. A throw back to Hassan Miskam by San Bagamaran. K. San Bagamaran had 3 excellent chances in the first leg, didn't put any away. Tong Hai brings it down. And Fandi, taking his eye off the ball, does well to win it back. The ball goes to Malik. Fandi remains down while Selvaraj tries to go it alone. The play by Selvaraj finds Abbas out on the near side, but Kalkanov immediately shuts Abbas down at the expense of a Singapore throw. Quick throw by Abbas. Selvaraj has found space, but there are only 2 Singapore players forward. There's nobody in the center. Fandi now gets through the center. Miss kick by Abbas. Here's San Bagamaran. Kalkanov. Well played by Tong Hai. Here's Kadir. Put under pressure. You can see what the pressure did. Bush forward to Alistair. Trying to get an angle for himself. There are 2 Singapore players on him. Finally, Alistair and Jang Jung went down. Jang Jung has since left the marking duties to Tong Hai to go back to the centre defence. Here comes Raman Raghunathan. Infield, San Bagamaran. Tried to touch it on, but Alistair didn't read that. Long ball forward by David. Here's Bush. Well cut out. Once again, Selangor coming forward. This is Raman Raghunathan. Good ball, Zalt Bush. Good turn away from Nazri. He's trying to free up Malik Abdul Rahman. Great run by Malik Abdul Rahman. Jang Jung forced to slow him down. Here's Selvaraj doing some excellent defensive work, making sure that Jayakantan couldn't break free. The ball is now here with K. San Bagamaran. Poor ball by San Bagamaran. That was straight to Tong Hai. Alistair looked as though he wasn't expecting it. Saswa, poor control, and now he pulls down Zalt Bush. I beg your pardon, that was Fandi. Control letting him down, and then he compounded it by pulling down Zalt Bush. Foul by Alistair. Pulling Tong Hai. Tong Hai had made a good position. He got in front of Alistair, and he was always going to win that one. Alistair was just forced to foul him. Jang Jung pointing where he wanted a player. Referee is asking him to get on with it. Long ball by Jang Jung, easily won by Jayakantan. Push by Saswadi Mata. That gives Selangor a free kick, which Zalt Bush is going to take. He's left it to Raman Raghunathan. Plays it out to Alistair. He's come deep once again. Zalt Bush. Jayakantan. Raman Raghunathan. Chips the ball forward, but there were no runs there. And we've reached a lull period in this game. Singapore will run ragged for the first 15 minutes or so, and it actually resulted in a goal by Selangor in the 17th minute by Azman Adnan. The past few minutes has seen a lot of possession by Selangor, but not doing too much with it. And that has given Singapore a chance to settle down. But again, these long balls are being won most of the time by Selangor. Singapore's not getting the quality possession that I was talking about earlier. Borhan clashing with Malik Abdul Rahman. Both of them are okay. The free kick goes to Selangor. Kalkanov is standing over it. Left it for Reman Raghunathan. Here's Kalkanov overlapping down the right side. Abbas has gone back with him. That's a lovely run by Zolt Bush. He's finding a lot of space here in the Singapore half. In this first half hour. Here's Malik with the ball. Shoved off the ball by Sharil Asad. Sasra taking his eyes off the ball. Once again, Singapore gives Selangor possession. Kesan Bagamaran playing a ball out to Azman Adnan. Turns away well. He's got Jayakantan outside him. Decides to play in a bit too hastily. He had a chance. Alistair lamenting the quality of that ball by Azman, but Azman would have been better off playing that ball for Jayakantan to run onto, because that would have given Alistair and other forwards a chance to get into the penalty area. David Lee very wisely taking his time. There's the goal scorer, Azman Adnan. He's put these two teams on level terms. And right now, the game is as well balanced as you can get it. Sharil Ashad, nobody picking him up. Chance to play it in. Alistair missed his header. Ball runs free to Borhan. Lovely play by Borhan. Just skates past San Bagamaran. Plays the ball forward to Fandi. Once again, Ravichandran. Shutting Fandi down. The ball played back to Malik. Jangjung. Back to Malik. There are 9 Selangor players back. It's going to be tough for Singapore to break this down. Abbas getting really annoyed with Kalkanov for these off-the-ball, shirt-tugging, ankle-tapping incidents. And that looked like a shove on Abbas. Big scramble there, and the referee is given the goal kick. A lot of decisions are not going Abbas's way in these early stages, and he's getting frustrated. He keeps complaining to the referee, but that's not going to do him any good. And I think the more he does so, he'll find that the 50-50 calls will keep going Selangor's way. He's experienced enough, and Abbas should know that he should just settle down and play the game. Hassan Miskam with a long ball forward. Tong Hai once again. He's been winning most of these high balls with Alistair. San Bagamaran. Jayakantan. Very coolly back to Reman Raghunathan. Well played by Nazri. Shutting down Zolt Bush. Abbas takes over, but Malik Abdul Rahman gets in his way. Raman Raghunathan well read there. Stepped in before Nazri could get to that one. Finds Bush, and Bush is free now. That's an excellent ball by Zolt Bush. Sharil Asra overlapping. Tremendous defensive play there by Kadir Yahya. He managed to muscle San Bagamaran off the ball and clear what was a very dangerous situation. Here we see Kadir getting up there, stepping in front. Danger here for Singapore. Ball is run free. Azman Adnan collecting. There's still a lot of men there. Alistair, but he gets under the ball. Not able to get over it. But most of the chances have been falling Selangor's way. Singapore have had 1 or 2 which didn't trouble the goalie. And right now, it's Selangor that has really taken the game to Singapore. There's a good view of the Shah Alam Stadium. You saw the gallery side cover. The cover stretches from the one end to the other. And only the middle section is left exposed. Jayakantan. Back to Raman Raghunathan. Poor ball by Raghunathan. Can San Bagamaran keep this one in? Not quite, even with his pace. But that one play back there is still testimony to how hard the Selangor boys are willing to run. They seem to be more willing up to this point in the game to chase every ball. Singapore, by contrast, look rather sluggish. There's Dmitry Kalkanov. We had a brief glimpse of Kalkanov, who was given the task of marking Abbas, and up to this point he's done a fairly good job. Abbas has been quite silent up to this stage in the game. Jang Jung looking for Fandi. Raman Raghunathan getting in front. Bohan pushing the ball back in. That looked like a push by Fandi. The ball's breaking free. Selvaraj! And he scored! That has come against a run of play, but it's going to count. Singapore have equalized and taken the lead on aggregate. V. Selvaraj, who was just lurking on the far side, a seemingly harmless free kick, was headed out by Raghunathan. Selangor players stood still. Bohan Abu Sama was first to react. He headed it back in. There you see Bohan's header going back in. Everyone jumped for it. All missed it. The ball somehow found its way through. Abbas got a very slight touch, and Selvaraj, totally unmarked on the far side, drilled in his second goal for Singapore. And what an important goal that may turn out to be. You can't see what Selvaraj did, but that's the end result. He's managed to squeeze the ball in. Singapore are level in this game and 2-1 up on aggregate. That goal has really silenced the Selangor fans. I'm sure they didn't expect it. Their team, for the first half hour or so, looked the better side, always looked more likely to score, and they did. And even after that goal by that man there, Azman Adnan, Selangor continued to press, and now the Singapore fans are getting in good voice. Here we see that, a very slight touch by Abbas. He knocked it off Jayakantan's head, and because Jayakantan had come inside to help, Selvaraj was free and he drilled that home. What a moment for that young man. There the Singapore fans, finally a chance to shout. Jang Jung lofting one in. Fandi not able to chest that one down. Good try by Fandi. Ball played clear. Bohan. Last touch by San Bagamaran. Run by Nazri, making some space. He's faced by the man he's supposed to mark, Salt Bush. Well shut down by Bush. But nonetheless, Singapore get a throw deep in the Selangor half. And there you see the Singapore fans breaking in a song, Ole song, which is their trademark throughout the season. Bohan, Raman Raghunathan, Abbas once again complaining to the referee. It's not going to do you any good, Abbas. Get on with the game. Malik Awab, in-swinger, coming in. Tong Hai has made a late run forward. Jayakantan getting his head to the ball, glancing it out. This should be a throw to Singapore, but well kept in by Ravi Chandran. The referee decides that it went out. The linesman didn't really flag. I don't see how the referee Nick Ahmad from Kelantan could give that, but nonetheless it is a throw to Singapore. Fandi making a good run, twisting and turning, finds Nazri, played back to Malik. Good patient build up by Singapore. Have to maintain possession. High ball knocked in by Nazri. Fandi making space, but there are just too many fellas, and Raman Raghunathan very cleverly getting his body between Fandi and the ball. Didn't give Fandi much of a chance, and he's taken a quick free kick. He's found Zolt Bush. Bush waiting for a run. Nice off the ball running by Azman. Laid off to Alistair. That's a good ball by Alistair. Malik Awab doing a great defensive job on Malik Abdul Rahman. His namesake. Terrific job by Malik Awab. Singapore's Malik shutting down Selangor's Malik. And he even gets a throw in off San Bagamaran. There's the man who touched the ball last. The throw for Singapore, but it's deep in their own half. A lot of Selangor players have pushed forward to try to hem them in. There's Abbas beating Kalkanov for pace, and he's pulled back. This has got to be a yellow card. There it is. Second yellow card for Selangor. Abbas had Kalkanov beaten for pace. And that was a blatant foul. Abbas, we're not sure whether he made a meal out of it, but it was definitely either a pull or a hit in the face. According to Abbas's reaction, it was a hit in the face. And as a result of that, Kalkanov is the third man tonight, the second from Selangor, to go into the referee's book. Quick free kick taken to Abbas. Here we see a replay of that. Here's that pull. It was a pull by Kalkanov. It didn't look as though Abbas was hit in the face. Nonetheless, Pandey shaped up for a bicycle kick. Probably caught in two minds, and that cost him. Alistair getting the ball. Selangor has shown a bit of urgency. There are about 5 minutes to go to half time. Obviously, they're looking to try to get this equalizer quickly. Equalizer on aggregate, I mean. They're level here 1-1. But Singapore, by virtue of that goal in the first leg, lead 2-1. Raman Raghunathan forward. Alistair. Bit too high for Alistair. That's going to run out for a goal kick. There you see Jang Jung telling David to take his time. That's why you need a player like Jang Jung. His experience is worth all the money in the world to a team at this important stage. Jaikantan winning the ball. Singapore surrounding the Selangor boys and getting the ball back. Nazri, good run down that right side. Taken Salt Bush for a run. This will be good because Nazri is fitter. He should be able to have the stamina advantage over Salt Bush. That cross was pulled a bit too far back, but Malik keeps it. There was an offside, it looks like. Pandey went down. The referee's given the free kick to Singapore. Selangor are furious because the linesman had his flag up for an offside. The referee's not going to hear anything of it, and he's given Singapore a free kick about 30 meters out. Referee telling Malik Abdul Rahman, the Selangor captain, just to play to the whistle. Singapore did have a player offside, but I believe referee Nick Ahmad was saying that he was not interfering, and as a result of that, he was willing to allow play to go on. And because play went on, Pandey was fouled, and Singapore have this free kick. Abbas trying to curl it. Read all the way by Hassan Miskam. You could see what Abbas was trying to do. He's trying to hit it with that instep to have it dip down in the top corner, but Hassan Miskam had it all the way. There's a section of the Selangor fans. They've been silenced by that stunning equalizer by Selvaraj. Pandey, well brought down by Pandey, but the ball just ran a little too far for him. Ravi Chandran, who has stuck to his task well, won the ball. Here's Nazri, forced to face his own goal. That's an interesting ball if it gets there, but Jaikantan first to react. Selvaraj, well played by Selvaraj. Good touch into space there. Well run by Saswa. The break on for Singapore. Now Saswa cuts in. He's got a chance to take it further forward. Oh, that was a very good run by Saswa. It's not over yet. Selvaraj picks up the ball, plays it into Malik. Low ball to Pandey. What can he do with this? Great turn by Pandey, but the numbers were against him. That was Kalkanov. The ball runs through the bush. A great ball by Zolt Bush, but well read by Kadir Yahya, who's one of our quickest defenders. Beaten this time by Azma Adnan, who is very quick in his own right. Danger here for Singapore. Well played by Azman. Brilliant cutback. And Zolt Bush didn't know, but Malik Abdul Rahman was totally unmarked on the edge of the box. Zolt Bush was running backwards. He had no way of knowing unless Malik Abdul Rahman didn't call him. But that was great work by Azman Adnan. There he is, the goal scorer, almost creating a second goal for Selangor. Zolt Bush, good corner, not over yet, lifted up. Alistair going for the ball. It breaks free. Tremendous work by Jang Jung. And a chance. Malik, a weak header away. Tong Hai played everyone onside, but he got a good header. High and away. Zolt Bush, early ball back in. Alistair getting under it. Jang Jung calling everybody off. Weak header though. Straight up in the air. He gets it again. Malik Abdul Rahman, this is beginning to look like pinball. And they still can't clear it. Here's Zolt Bush. San Bagamaran creates an angle, but he skies it. And Singapore can be thankful it's that man who has seemed to lose his shooting boots. He had two chances which were quite similar in Singapore. He skied them, and that chance fell to him again, which he skied once again. But that ball was just bouncing around for, this is the end result of it. But that ball was bouncing around for at least a minute. Selangor couldn't get a good shot in. Singapore couldn't get a decent clearance away, and finally it took that miss by San Magamaran, the shove by Fandi. He's going to have a talking to, and this could be a yellow card. I beg your pardon. It looked like a foul by Fandi by pushing, but in fact the referee has blown the half-time whistle. A strange end to a very interesting first half. Selangor took the game to Singapore, scored in the 17th minute through Azman Adnan, and that put the advantage back in Selangor's favour, being level on aggregate and with the home ground advantage. But against the run of play, V. Selvaraj, unmarked at the far post after a ball was played in by Bohan, somehow got on the end of a loose ball, drilled in the equalizer. So from here at the Shah Alam Stadium, it's Selangor 1, Singapore 1.
The Great Wall. No wall in the world is longer. We're here for Energizer to prove no battery lasts longer. These runners are all using ordinary batteries except one. He's powered by Energizer. It takes a lot of energy to run a wall this long, and that's exactly what Energizer's got. International tests confirm no battery lasts longer than Energizer.
Lithium was the breakthrough. With that technology, we were able to make a regular AA battery that, in today's hydrating devices, would last maybe 3 times longer than any other AA battery in the world. That was the problem. It was too good. Well, it would cost more, and they wouldn't